Hi everyone and welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me in this video once again. And in today's video, I will be talking about a home page. Now, what's a home page? A home page is an introductory page. It's also called an index page because it serves as a table of contents for the site. Any page which is the default or startup page on a browser is called a home page. A home page usually appears when the full URL of a site is inserted in the browser without further extensions. Now let me show you some examples of a home page. This is an example of the home page, as you can see, and this is the default page. And once you enter the site URL into the browser, so it will load this page without any further extension. You don't see any other extensions after the main URL. This is the home page of this website, and it serves as a table of content, or it serves as an index page, because this is the main page from where you can navigate further the other sections of the websites. As you just scroll down, here is this is called a static page. I'll be just talking about what is static and dynamic page, but for the time being, you just need to understand how a home page looks like. Here is another one. This is also an example of a home page where you can see the URL. The main URL is displayed in the browser here without further extensions, and once you enter that URL, it will show the website index page, or the default page where from you can browse other sections of the website. Which is quite a popular blog. As you can see here, the main URL without any further extensions, and it shows the default page of this website. Now, a home page can be either static or it can be dynamic. Now, a static home page is a flat page, you can call it, or it's a stationary page. It means it is fixed. It doesn't change. It doesn't change the content. It is once you make a page static, then the content of the page, it remains the same. It doesn't change unless you change them yourselves. So a static page is basically it's a flat page. It's a stationary page. It is fixed. It doesn't change frequently, and is delivered to the user is stored, or is made, or is posted, or is designed. On the other hand, a dynamic page is one that is not fixed and it keeps changing. Right? A dynamic page is called dynamic because it's not static. It's the opposite of static. It's not fixed. It keeps changing. Most blog type websites have dynamic web pages, dynamic home pages, while most e-commerce sites generally have static home page. Now, should you have a dynamic home page or a static home page? Before we comment on whether you should have a dynamic homepage or a static homepage, let me just take you to the examples of home pages which I showed you earlier and see which one is static and which one is dynamic. So if we go back here, as you can see here, this website, the home page is static. The home page is static. It doesn't change. You know, the website owner or the designer has designed this page with certain type of contents, and it remains the same all the time, no matter with new and fresh posts which may be posted daily, weekly, whatever. But the home page, it keeps unchanged. It is fixed. Same way, if you look at this one, this is also a static page. This is also a static page. Now this also doesn't change, this is quite a popular blog, and content is being published here quite regularly, but whenever you visit this home page, it will always stay the same because it is static, it doesn't change. Now this one is dynamic. Here you see the latest article. So whenever a post is published, it appears on the top of the home page in a chronological order. So the latest the post, the top position it occupies on the home page, and so on and so forth. So whenever a new post is published, it will always appear on the home page. So if you assigned 5 posts or 6 posts or 7 posts or 2 or 3 posts, but a particular number of posts to a home page, and so only that number of post excerpts will appear on the home page, and the older posts will be pushed down. So as you can see here, if we can count here, 1 2 3 4 5, there are 5 posts on this dynamic page, and all the older posts have been indexed into page 2 3 4 5 6. So the latest post which is published, it will appear here on the top of the dynamic page. So this is how a dynamic page would look like. And once you click on reading, you will come here to reading settings. So here are 2 options. One option is to make your page dynamic, and that is your latest posts will appear. Is our page is here, it is a dynamic page, and the latest posts, they appear here. When you are making your page dynamic, you have the option to select the number of posts. So how many posts do you want? Do you want 1 post? Do you want 2 posts, 3 posts, 4 posts, or 5 or 6 or whatever? So you can select the number of posts you want. So that way you can make your page to let your page have a particular number of posts appear on it. So say for instance we want to make it 5 posts, and then whether you want the full post to appear or only a summary, so we click the summary, and then what we do is we click save changes. So once we click save changes, as you see that this page, it is a dynamic page because we just selected the settings for a dynamic page with 5 latest posts to be appearing on this page. Now if you want to make this page static, what we do is we check this choice which says a static page. Now you can select either for the front page, you can select any of the pages which you have created. You can select those pages, and that will be shown as your static page. Now obviously when you are selecting a static page, you should have one static page specifically which you have specifically designed to be the home page of your website, because you can't take any random page and make it a static page. That won't look nice. So what you do is you need to create a page which has been specifically designed and which has been specifically created with specific content intended for the home page. Now as we haven't yet created any home page like this, but just for the sake of example how to make a home page static, let us select any one of these. So let's say that we want to make the contact me page is a home page which will be a static page. So we click save changes, and then we go to our demo site and click refresh and see how it looks like. So as you can see here, we selected the contact me page and it appears here on the home page. Now some themes like the one installed on this demo site, they have the option of combining the static as well as the dynamic pages. So you can have a home page which will be static and which will be dynamic at the same time. And every WordPress theme doesn't come with this functionality, but some themes they do come with this functionality, like our click bump theme. It is this functionality, and we can make the home page static as well as dynamic. Okay, so as I said, there's some themes they have the built-in functionality to make a home page static as well as dynamic, and click bump, which is installed on this website, it has this functionality. So if you design a page, a particular page with content specifically created for a home page, then you can assign that page to your home page, and it will appear here. And then below that, your post will also, the number of posts which you assign there, that will also appear in your on your home page. So your page will be both static as well as dynamic. The first half of the page will be static, it won't change, and the other part of the home page, it will be dynamic, that your latest post will be added, it will keep changing, and it will stay dynamic. So you get the best of both worlds. Now, should your page be static or dynamic is a big question, and many people, they ask this question whether they should keep a page as static or they should keep it as dynamic. Now, it depends upon the nature of your website, and it depends upon your personal preferences and choices. If your website is more of a blog type, right, it's more of a blog type where you regularly publish content, then it is a good idea to make it dynamic, because it's easier for the search engine to find the pages quickly and index them in their index. And secondly, because you publish more content on a regular basis, so the search engines, they are provided fresh content. On the other hand, if your website is a type of e-commerce site, it's a kind of website which is selling some physical products or maybe even information products, but it's not exactly a blog type, then you can make your page static, where you can create specific content and specific design which will stay unchanged there. And so you can assign a static page. What you can do, you can get the best of both worlds. You can make the half page static and the half page dynamic, as I have shown you in the example earlier. So the first part of the page will stay static, it won't change, it will keep the content as you have designed to stay static, and its other part, it will be dynamic, it will keep changing. So when you publish new posts or when you publish new content, it will appear in a chronological order. So you get the best of both worlds. Now, whether you make it static or dynamic, or you make it a mix, it again all depends upon the type of your blog, the type of your website, and also your own personal preferences and choices. I hope that I have made my points clear in this lecture, and if you have any questions or comments or feedback, don't hesitate to post your comments and feedback, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. And thank you very much once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.